Yo, what's up? This is Mr. McGee, aka Boopy, aka Born Rich, and you are listening to the Born Rich Club podcast. Make sure you go over to YouTube and support us on the YouTube platform. Just search Born Rich Club podcast, give us a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. And guys, without further ado, enjoy.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Lano XL, Mr. 18 Pockets.
And yo, what's up? It's your boy Mr. McGee, aka Boopy, aka Born Rich. And Lano,
What up, though?
how you feeling, bro?
Man, listen, I feel good. It's summertime. I got my Hoochie Daddy shorts on.
You pulled him out.
Yeah, I had to pull them out,
Pause.
man. I said, let me go on and pull these things out, because next year I probably ain't going to be able to wear them.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
I mean, they
what
small. I
you
get a little
you putting
small.
on weight a little bit?
Yeah, I'm probably going to put on some weight, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to retire my Hoochie Daddy
Yeah.
shorts,
Gotta
man.
switch to Diet Coke.
Yeah, a zero, right? A Coke Zero.
I love it. Like, what I notice about the summertime, man, is when that weather, when that weather tends to change, the eclectic women start coming out.
Yes.
The
Eclectic.
natural women.
Yes.
I'm seeing a lot of afros.
Yes.
And natural faces.
They don't shave or nothing.
Natural. No deodorant. No nothing.
Oh, I don't want them.
Yeah, give me them.
No,
Give me
don't give
them.
me them.
Yeah.
No.
Ass fat. Fat ass.
I saw
Yeah,
a girl
stinky arm fat ass.
We ain't tripping on that. A little soap and water.
Man, you just need to wash
a
on you
lot,
straight.
a lot of shea butter.
Man, I seen a
lot
girl
of
at the
shea
Dollar
butter.
General you would have loved, man. She was
That-
like, she ain't been showered in about for 3 days.
Nah,
man.
that's
She
his
white
type.
as shit,
My
man.
type
She tatted
of
all
woman.
over, you
Hey,
know.
listen, if y'all wondering who we got
Yes,
in the
sir.
building, we got a Nashville native.
Yes, sir.
We got a content creator. We got a talented artist, a cool talented artist.
Absolutely.
We got somebody who says he makes funky and fucking music. That's
I
what
like
he
that.
said.
I say I see it feel good. I like making feel good music, funky music, and fucking music.
There we go, man. I got
Absolutely.
my friend, your friend, his friend, our friend. We got my friend Wiley live in the building.
What's up, Wiley?
What's up, y'all? What's up?
First of all, before we even started out, take a moment for a second. Shout out to Cruise Control Radio. Shout out to
Hey.
Cruise Control Media, Alana, all of those people that I'm sorry, I was just different, man. Look, I'm getting used to the production thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cruise Media, Cruise Control Radio for having a showcase. This is Control the Ville 3. This is your contestant winner right here. Came
Absolutely.
and killed the stage.
Smoked you niggas.
Yeah,
Smoked you niggas, man. Come on, why y'all let them come in there and do you like that, family?
For sure. But shout out, like I said, man, shout out to the Cruise Control family, man. Most definitely. Man, we just give big shout outs to them.
Hey.
Congratulations to you too, man. That's why
Yes.
he's our friend Wiley now, because he won and we love his music.
Good shit. Good shit,
That's
Wiley.
what's up, man.
We love his
Absolutely,
music, man.
That's what
How you
is
feeling,
up.
Wiley?
Man, like if there was a top of the world, I'd be on top of that.
Ooh, I like
Damn.
that. I
Like,
like
man.
that.
If it was on top, if it was a world that was on top of another world, he'll be on top of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Yeah,
I ain't
be up
looking
there
down
with,
that.
He up there with Katy Perry and
Somebody told me $35, you can get on that level.
Hey man, but shout out to you, Wiley. Thanks for stopping by,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
most
yeah.
definitely. Thank you for
Absolutely.
Real
stopping
shout
by,
out
man.
Cruz and yeah, this opportunity, man. This is crazy. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
So here, what we do, man, we start off ground level, man.
Yes.
So when you say Nashville native, what side? North side, south side, east side? The nations.
Okay, so so I've been a little bit all over. You know, I was born in Savannah. Parents split when I was like 8, and so like from age, I don't know, 8 to 16, 18, I was like living half in Savannah, half in Nashville.
Savannah, Georgia, right?
Yeah, Savannah,
Okay.
Georgia, on the coast. Yeah. So like I was bouncing back and forth, and then Murfreesboro. I grew up in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
Went to,
Shout out to the
borough.
borough.
the borough.
borough.
Went to Riverdale.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. What a real
I don't remember.
thugs at.
I don't remember. I mean, shit. The real. At least I didn't go to Siegel. I mean, now I went to Central Middle School before it was a magnet school. All right, so I don't know if y'all know nothing about Central Middle School, but they was about to demolish Central Middle School at one point because of the violence. It was right in the middle of sixth and third ward, and I feel like middle school kind of shaped my rap career. Like, you know, I remember freestyling in the bathrooms, you know, like in between classes and shit. You know, we'd be in there hitting the motherfucking freestyle battles in the bathroom.
Is the best place to start your rap career, right?
That is a fact.
Best place.
That is a fact.
I mean,
Cafeteria
I remember like getting into high school or whatever, and like, you know, we'd be at the bus stop in the mornings, you know, having freestyle battles every morning. And shit, I mean, I remember smoking a couple of them back then too. And I mean, you know, I'm humbly confident.
No, but I know what you said. Bro, you got talent though, bro. Hey, bro, you got talent now.
But you know, I received a lot of hate back then, you know, and you know, just because, you know.
Cause you white?
Cause it is. Yeah. I mean,
white boy in hip hop.
Yeah, white boy. How do you feel about?
That's
how do you
real.
feel about? Okay, let's get into this. How do you feel about being a white boy in hip hop?
Man, you know, it's crazy to me that it's still even a topic.
For sure.
Like, you know, I've experienced lots of hate along the road. You know, like, and like what I've come to find out, like, man, if you hate me for some reason, it means that you either haven't given yourself the chance to meet me, or you got something wrong with yourself, or you're racist. Like I mean, like, you
music
know,
music
racism
doesn't
work
have
both
a color.
ways. And it doesn't, man.
Music doesn't
it
have a
doesn't,
color.
man. Like, you know, my roots go back to damn Earth, Wind, and Fire, and fucking, you know, like the shit that I was listening to back in the day was fucking Wayne and Dre and Snoop and fucking like shit. I was all on some Wayne shit. Like I think, you know, that's where my like technical delivery comes from, you know, and whenever I'm putting together shit. But
I will say this though, right? I'll say this about I guess being white in hip hop, right? I can't speak for all black people, but I think one of the things that black people say a lot is like when a white person gets into hip hop, then it's easier. I'll say, listen, the white person that comes into hip hop, they're going to get more eyes on them simply because
they're the minority of it.
They
right?
look different than everybody doing. I'll give you an example.
I mean,
it's like when Tiger Woods got good at golf.
boom.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Boom.
Now, Tiger Woods probably wasn't. He was good, but he probably wasn't better. I'm sure there's a white boy in Colorado that was probably just as good as Tiger, but Tiger's the black guy playing golf.
So he get a little more leeway.
He's gonna get more eyes on him, and he's gonna cause more attention. You can speak to that if you want to, Wiley.
No. I think you hit the nail right on the head. You know, I put like, you know, Darius Rucker or whatever. You know, rock me, mama, like you know, I mean, like, you know, that remix hit because it's like, oh shit. You know, who the fuck is this guy? They didn't even know like where he was before then.
Well, we knew where he was before then.
But it's like, you know, put that track out and like,
and he's black.
All of a sudden, all these white people are like, oh shit, I like old Darius Rucker.
It's crazy because we've been doing it. I just watched a documentary about Larry Bird, and Isaiah Thomas said it back in the day. Like, man, if Larry Bird was black, he would just be average.
Right.
I'm saying, I've heard people say that about Eminem.
Eminem
can rap, but if he was black, he would just be average.
You know, like there's like the whole thing. Like, you know, I see comments online all the time about how like 8 Mile ruined hip hop, and like the movie, and like how like that story of 8 Mile coming out and Eminem, and like Eminem even said it. Now 15 other million white rappers emerge. You know, in that one song or whatever, and it's like, whatever, you know. Hey, the way I look at it, man, is like, you know, if there's something enticing about it, it means that there's something good about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that touches my soul, really. Like, you know,
definitely touches everybody's soul.
I mean, I can, you know, there's a song that you might have heard 50, 100 times, but that one time you hear it, and that one time your emotions are feeling that state, then you hear those lyrics differently.
Yes, whatever.
And it's like, it don't matter, you know, what genre or what the song topic is or what the fucking color of the dude was. You know, like I get people all the time, you know, that hadn't seen me in person or whatever, listen to my music, and they, you know, like, oh shit, I thought I was talking to a motherfucking black dude the whole time. Like, I thought she was black the whole time. And I'm like, well,
is that
thank you, or like, you know, like what, like,
I'm sorry.
You apologize.
What do you want me to say? I don't know.
So I want to ask you that question right there, because getting in hip hop is already just if you black, white, green, whatever, just getting in hip hop is already going to be a competitive and is already crowded, right? But
Crowded.
Does it add more to you because you're not the norm of hip hop, right? Like you're not black. So when you coming into hip hop, do they say, "Come another white rapper want to be Eminem"? Like, do you got to prove yourself? Do you feel like you got to prove yourself more?
Absolutely.
Okay, get into that.
Absolutely. So, like, yeah. It happens to me at like every new show that I go to. You know, every showcase, every thing that I go to. Like, I mean, just the most recent example, Canifest, and like I get up there and people looking like, who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Yeah, for sure.
I remember at Six Fest, Alana, right before I went on, she like introduced me and she like whispered in my ear. She said, I am so excited to see what you do because I've been watching you all night and I have no idea what's about to happen.
Back.
I love that, man. I love that because it's like, okay, if I got your attention, watch, look.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is real to me, man. Like, this shit is real to me. It speaks to my bones. It speaks to my soul. So, like, I feel like I do have more of a grounds to prove. I'm not automatically accepted. It's like it took me winning a damn showcase competition for motherfuckers to be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
All right, this dude's actually on something.
Yeah, because it's out of our norm. You gotta understand, like, it's kind of, and when I say out of our norm, not me. I'm a music lover, I'm a music head. I can go all the way back to MC Search. I can go back.
You don't have to keep naming white rappers.
No, I'm saying, no. I'm telling him that I'm a diverse guy.
Vanilla Ice.
Not Vanilla Ice. Hold on. I ain't listening to Vanilla Ice now.
Now, you know that one song,
my mama listens to Vanilla Ice, my brother listens to Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, just being a diverse. Well, not when we ready to party though, because we'll fight the party. Right?
Hey, there's a time and a place for the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, when we party and doing cocaine, that's what they say. But listen though, like when you are, but just being like having those. The MGKs, the Eminems, and you knowing that people looking at you like, let me see what he finna do. He better can rap. Like, he better can rap. But I most definitely feel her what she's saying because I'm eager to see you. I was eager to talk to you because as soon as I went on your page, I'm looking at your page, I'm like, oh shit, he's not just an artist. Like, you're not scared of the camera. Like, I'm getting like. And your voice, you got a good voice, bro. You got like a radio.
Yeah, that's God bless, man.
Macho Man Randy Savage look. like you got all this shit that we fucking want, bro. Like you got all this shit. You got all this shit that make people just like you instantly without even listening to your music because you have a character about yourself that is good, bro. That I like.
I don't know. I would say
Talk
that
to me.
there is. I have a character, and that's not a character I developed or anything. It's not a character I made up in my head or anything. It's just
you.
It's just who I turned out to be. The biggest compliment I ever receive, and I hear it a lot, is I'm unapologetically me, and like that's
dope. I like that.
That's I can't be any other way. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I mean. Where it's like, well, if you have a problem with me, well, you just hadn't got a chance to meet me.
For sure.
Some of my best friends this day tell me that they did not like me when they met me.
Absolutely.
They was like, man, I the first time I met you,
I didn't like him when I first met him.
Like, who
it took
the
me
fuck,
10 years to like him.
Who the fuck is this motherfucker?
And a lot of people don't like the confidence because that's what, in the short time that I've been speaking to you, I notice a sense of confidence. You know what I mean? To me, it doesn't come off as arrogance. You could be arrogant than a motherfucker, but it's not coming off that way. It comes off as confidence. You know, some people are intimidated by people that exude confidence. But I want to ask you about that confidence, bro. Where do you think that comes from? Is it family members, or is it something that you developed, or were you forced to develop this confidence? Where does it come from, brother?
Man, I mean, that's a question that's really hard for me to answer.
You always had it?
I mean, so my fifth grade teachers in the DARE program.
DARE.
Like, you remember to resist drugs and violence.
Yeah.
We did not listen to that. You just sit here with
We on the microphone with 3 drug addicts talking about Dare.
We not listen to that shit. Wiley.
But no, that was my first stage presence at 11 years old.
Okay.
In the 5th grade, and they wanted me, Julius, and this other girl, I can't remember her name, to write these raps about not doing drugs. And I shit you not, this is actually in a skit in one of my songs called Glue. But I shit you not, the night before the Dare rap, my sister, my 18-year-old sister, who I was 11 at the time, she thought it'd be real funny to get her little brother high for the first time. You know, they was smoking. They was like, oh, you know, hey, man, it make you skateboard better, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
He's like, oh, skateboard.
So, like, yeah, I mean, it was, you know, this like, not one joint, like, hey, hit this one time. It was like they fucking loaded me up. We were in the fucking attic, unfinished bonus room, smoking like 4 joints. A couple friends come over, another couple blunts. Another friend come over with a fucking 4-foot bong. And then another friend come over, has got a gas mask. They put a gas mask on an 11-year-old.
Damn.
And I remember stumbling my ass down.
That sounds horribly but good.
But like, I mean, it was fucked up. Like, looking back on it, I was like, damn, sis.
Yeah.
What
Thank
the
you.
fuck?
Yeah, you could have been
I
arrested.
would have said, damn, sis, man. Thank you.
So yeah, man, I stumbled down the steps and fucking fell down the steps and like chugged a whole half gallon of like brand new half gallon of chocolate milk and just fucking.
I'm finna say, y'all 11 years old. Thank you for saying milk. I thought you were finna say something. I was like, oh, shit.
That was the best chocolate milk I've ever had in my life. And then I threw up all the chocolate milk for like a couple hours. My mom got home, was like, "What's wrong with David?" That's my first name.
Okay.
And she's like, "I don't know." And the next morning, I got on stage and I rapped about not doing drugs. It was like, "Yo, my name is David. My friends call me D. Drug free is the way I wanna be."
Yeah, killing it.
That's
I don't know,
killing
man.
shit.
that's
But
good,
you had the
though.
confidence
I
back
can't,
then.
I can't put a date or a stamp on the
I got
confidence,
you.
man.
I got
Like,
you.
No, you most definitely the first rapper that came in here rapped. Right? No other rapper has came in here that has ever rapped.
absolutely,
Like, you
absolutely.
are most definitely the first artist that we came
I'm working on like 7 songs, and probably more than that, but like right here currently this week. Probably.
So let's talk about it. Let's jump into your music journey, man.
Yeah.
Talk about, okay, I see that you said Darren first time got on the stage.
Yep.
Tell me a time when Wiley started taking it serious.
Okay. This is I love telling a story. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. All right. So look, my mama gave me for my 15th birthday 10 hours of studio time at Mix Fix Studios. And I went in there and I recorded a mixtape. And it's my first mixtape I ever did. And I still got copies of that shit. I might release it on SoundCloud later on. Later on.
Yeah.
But it's crazy my voice sounded like that then than it does now, just like it does now. But anyways, I put out that shit and, you know, went through high school and then, you know, had some attention from a couple friends that signed me onto Higher Echelon, a label that was going around. I don't know if y'all familiar with Brad Sativa, is a comedian here. He hosts Zanies a lot. Actually has done some VH1 episodes and shit like that. He was my music manager at the time.
Okay.
So like, you know, got me on when I was like 18. So like from 18 to, you know, 22, I was doing shows. I you know, all over Tennessee, some in Alabama, some, you know, North Georgia and shit, in Atlanta. And then I kept on building these gigs and shit. And I opened for Sammy and Soulja Boy at Nashville Shores.
Nice.
I mean, I opened for a bunch of motherfuckers. Yin Yang Twins, fucking Juvenile. Like with me and Juvenile fucking killed, you know, chill and play pool and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the back room. And like, had a lot of opportunities coming up back then. But back then, I was young, dumb, and fucking on Xanax, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, just
Yeah.
fucking just stupid and like, you know, living the rock star life or whatever. Thought like, oh shit, I'm about to take off. And then I had a friend that rapped on a couple tracks. He was like my hype man. Not really the best rapper, didn't have the best voice or whatever, but you know, he was my best friend, you know.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
like, and then I had a girlfriend who sang.
Damn.
And so she had a good voice too, but you know, she had more of like a rocky sounding voice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a not really hip hop oriented voice. But you know, next thing you know, like we're doing shows and I start booking my own shows outside of my manager. And then I get paid for the first time. And then like I get like the venue owner comes up to me and like writes me a check. He's like, hey, is 380 good for the night? And I'm like,
yeah. For sure. This is our first time getting paid, right?
Yeah, that's straight for me. Yeah, 380's good. Yeah, 380's good.
A little low, but
I guess. you said, I guess.
Nah, you know he gonna.
I remember going home and just being like, this is crazy. I just made money, and I'm like, the fuck? Why haven't I seen no money off of like none of these shows I've been doing for my manager and shit? So like at the time, I thought I was getting fucked. You know what I mean? Like I thought I was getting screwed. Cause like I hadn't seen no money, and I called him, and he was like, "Man, you gotta understand, like there's time and legwork that goes into getting you all these shows and like booking and like back then like the social media age really wasn't popping, so like definitely. It was legwork. It was like going to the venue to like talk to the manager, pulling up, So and the merchandise and then the CD prints and shit like that. So like shit was costing money that I didn't realize back then, and like I thought I was getting fucked. So I said, fuck you, Brad, I don't need you no more. And and basically like fired him, even though like we weren't under like no strict contract or nothing. And then the next thing you know, I booked these show called Wiley Wednesdays, where I had this weekly gig, and I would hire artists and do shows down at fucking in Murfreesboro, Gilligan's. Shit been fucking
Gilligan's sound familiar.
It's been 10 different. It's been
Bongo Johnny's at one point.
It used to be 527 Main Street. It used to be Bongo Johnny's. It used to be fucking. It's been everything. But anyways,
that the other day.
We did that for a while, and then I started realizing how. Number one, how hard it was to actually book shows on my own. And
booking is very horrible.
And having this girlfriend and this best friend that are now like wanting to form a group. They're like, oh, what do we call the group name and shit? And I'm like,
because you're going solo.
So instead of breaking relationships with the people that I cared with the most, I just stopped.
Like stop doing music completely?
I just
because you didn't want to let your best friend and your girlfriend down?
At that time, like, I felt like there wasn't a better way out of it. Me like stomping out these relationships with people that I cared about. Yeah. Then I just, it wasn't like I just like, this is the day I stopped. It was just like, it just kind of slowly faded out. And then I just stopped doing shit. And so I stopped doing music for like 8 years.
Damn. So you really faded out. You faded to black.
I faded all the way out. I remember telling my boy one time, Eddie Money, he's one of the dudes that like, that set me up for recording, like, built my own first studio, my own studio. And, I remember we were out like disc golfing one day, and like he overheard me tell somebody that I used to be a rapper, and he was like, "Man, I heard you say to somebody that you used to be a rapper. Like, why did you say that? Like, you still are a rapper."
Yeah, most definitely still a rapper.
And shortly after that, got engaged. That engagement didn't go well. Okay, never did make it to marriage. Obviously,
because of you or because of her.
Because of I'm not gonna blame it on anything. I would say there was a best friend that was very close to me, snake in the grass. Dang. But they are happily married and have kids now.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
he's a piece of shit.
You piece of shit.
He was fucking on the fiance.
Hey, this is your camera.
Let's all three call him a piece of shit, man.
1, 2,
Wiley,
3.
he was
a piece of shit.
Wiley, he was fucking on the fiance.
No, not me.
No, he was. Your friend.
Was it an accident?
The snake in the grass was fucking on your fiance.
Yeah, so
piece of shit.
That didn't turn out the best. It was
they married now?
They married. They married. They got a kid. She just had a kid last week. But
we should go fuck that.
Not last week.
We should go fuck that shit up.
Let's throw tissue at their house.
Here's the thing, man. I used to think like that, I used to think like that, and like, it really
it's good you don't, bro.
It fucked with me for a long, long time. And that heartbreak and tragedy is what brought me back into music.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
So whenever I was writing back in the day, whenever I was doing shows and shit, when I had a manager and I was doing all these shows, and I started like, making new music, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna write for what the crowd's gonna like. Like, okay, like what's gonna get the crowd hype? Okay. Let's write this music so the crowd will get hype. Yeah. And I'm over here writing these lyrics, and I'm like,
You don't believe him.
It just feels pointless to me. You know what I mean? Like it's not. And like I think that's another thing where I just got burnt out on it because I was writing for somebody else and not me. And like that heartbreak tragedy, you know, and pretty much my whole world turned upside down.
Yeah,
was like the only thing I knew to turn back to was the thing that I knew the best was music. And music has always been a therapy outlet for me. So when I'm writing for somebody else and it seems like work, you know, I get bored with that shit. True. So like whenever I came back into it, I was, you know, writing about the breakup, writing about snakes in the grass, writing about shit like that.
Things that you've been through and
things and real shit.
Yeah.
And I stopped writing for other people. And I realized the reason that I got into music in the first place was me, you know, and my therapy and like what I need to do to get my feelings out because fucking therapy is fucking expensive. Nobody can afford that shit. Insurance don't cover it most of the time. Yeah. And everybody needs it.
Everybody needs what?
Therapy.
You think everybody needs therapy?
Absolutely. I think therapy should be, mental health care should be free for every person in the nation.
I do agree. I agree.
You think the people who are doing the therapy?
Everybody needs somebody to talk to.
You think the therapists need a therapy? Because if you're going to do that, I'm saying you think the therapist needs to go to therapy?
Absolutely. Everybody needs somebody that they can talk to.
Yeah, I talk to you.
For real. Like a non-biased. But I'm biased and I'm judgmental.
I'm going to start talking to you then.
Yeah, please talk to him because I'm going to judge me. I judge.
Hey, man, you can call me anytime. Like, I swear to God, I'm thinking about setting up a My Friend Wiley hotline. Like, you know, like.
Oh, that's dope.
Like, hit this number, man. You need somebody to talk to, hit me up.
Bro, that's dope.
Like.
Call you and say, what you doing?
Yeah.
Nah.
Just call and say, what you doing,
If you hit me up, like,
they gonna say you got cash
what
out.
you doing? We down at the bar, I'm gonna be like, motherfucker, call me back when you got a problem.
Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah. You got
The problem is you at the bar right now, okay?
Yeah.
Go take your ass home and think about some shit.
Look, I want you to talk more on artists writing for someone else other than them. Because in today's hip hop world, you can be different, right? But different at times goes slow into creating your buzz and rapping what you see, right? What you think that they want to hear kind of can get people attention. But like you said, it was pointless, right? Let's talk. Talk your shit, Wiley.
Listen.
You got the
They be following trends for a follower, but it don't even hit them they a follower.
Say that again.
So.
Say that again.
So wait a minute. It's crazy what they do for $1. They be following trends for a follower, but it don't even hit them they a follower.
Because that's true.
See, these people out here trend hopping, you know, it's like a thing like, okay, well, this reel's blowing up and it's doing real good and he did this thing right here, so I'm going to do the exact thing and take that blueprint and do it exactly like this and put the captions right here and make this shit just like this and I'm going to do it just like this and I'm going to get the same result. And it's like, what are you doing? Are you why? Like
are you being authentic?
It just takes away the whole point of being an artist, like being an artist to your soul. Like, what's the fucking point if we're all just out here copycatting? Oh, he did this, so I'm gonna do this so I can blow up and get some numbers. Everybody chasing these numbers, likes, comments, streams, follows. What the fuck does that mean?
When you're not being true to yourself, right?
What does that mean to you? I would rather be true to myself my entire fucking life and make music that's real to me and real to my people and like the people that actually listen to my music and it means something to them, than have a million people where I'm just writing music for them and be miserable while I'm writing music and trying to put out shit that I think people would like.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like how labels, you know, they sign artists and they're like you. I mean, you gotta fit like within some sort of category.
Some sort of category. You most definitely gotta fit in.
You gotta sound like your music gotta sound like this, you know, because you're going this way. So this song did good. So now let's start curving your shit around this, like, you know, and let's simplify your sound into this. Well, that's like taking a fucking paintbrush away from an artist.
Absolutely.
And giving them a fucking strand of horsehair and being like, yo, paint something good.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me ask you a question, Wiley. I want to know, what does Wiley do this for, right? I heard you mention clicks, likes, views, follows, and followers. If you're not doing it for that, Wiley, what are you doing music for, bro? What does Wiley do music?
I hope that my music and my real music, like, you know, especially my music that speaks to the soul, not just like the bangers and club bangers and technical rhymes and shit, but like my real music reaches somebody and affects them in a personal way, an emotional way, and invokes emotion. So music in itself is supposed to invoke emotion. Mm-hmm. Like I said earlier, like you heard a song 50, 100 times, you even know the lyrics back to back. You think you do, but you hear it that one moment that you're feeling that way, and you hear that line, and you're like, oh, fuck, now I get it. And like, I want my music to resonate. I want my music to resonate. Timeless music is what I
want you to speak on that. How important is it for you? I want you to speak on that. How important is it for you to make timeless music? Because you're a huge advocate to always speak about that. You're like, man, I just like to make good and timeless music.
Yeah, I want my music to not be good today. I want my music to be good 30 years from now. For sure. You know? I want my music to be good 50 years from now. I want somebody to pull up a fucking time capsule from 2300 and find my friend Wiley in a fucking vault somewhere and be like, damn, this shit dope. Yeah, they might be speaking like, this shit dope. They might have a different language by that time in 2300, but
I don't know.
It might be like all languages combined.
Yeah, combined one, every language is the same now, right?
Yeah, it just sounds like one little thing. It's a bunch of clicks and bops and like, sound good. You know, and like, I don't know. They might shorten it into symbols by that point. Yeah. And be like, good music. And like, I mean, I don't know, but people chase that trends, you know, like there's, I don't know. I don't want to speak on like specifics, but like, you know, like the hyper pop shit and the fucking.
No, people do most definitely. I'll Shoot You song. I'm finna make one. Or if a huge artist like Lil Baby or Future come out with a song and they see, oh shit, I'm finna rap the same way, the same cadence,
facts,
and I'm about to dress the same. Yep. I'm gonna put my jewelry on. I'm gonna rent this car. I'm gonna get this girl, and I'm gonna at least
make the video look like this.
Yes, like you said, the blueprint. But that's a danger to hip hop. I think that's
a danger to the world.
Facts. Speak about it.
You got people. You have this platform now where we got influencers. You know, I think that TikTok is a great thing. It allowed independent artists to get on another level, but it's all being controlled in the back end by this almighty algorithm. You know, that we all pray to at the end of the fucking night.
Absolutely.
And nobody actually knows what the algorithm does. And nobody fucking knows.
No, but they just think they got.
If somebody tells you they know what the algorithm is doing, and they are lying to you.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That shit changing every day.
Yeah. What I'm telling you is like the people. Hell, I don't forgot what the damn question was.
How is it important? Like, well, we was just basically talking about just the timeless music, getting into your music and the methods of making your music and stuff like that.
So people
and following trends, how artists will just follow a trend.
Jump on these trends and like, okay, he did it, so I can do that shit just like that, and I can blow up. But it's like, if you are doing that, then why? Yeah.
So what's your feeling when you jump on stage? So when you jump on stage, because of course when you jump on these stages and you're doing your hip hop thing, people are looking at you. They're like, okay, let me see what he finna do. Mm-hmm. When you jump on stage, soon as you come, what is the reaction that you get from the crowd? Because you're different.
Mm-hmm. I guess it depends on how many of my people are there, but you know,
I like that. Good strategy.
But you know, if I jumped on a stage and like there wasn't hardly nobody there, judgment right out the gate, you know.
Yeah.
You know, judgment right out the gate until I get like halfway through the first 15 seconds of the song.
Opening song. If I come to I hate to cut you off, but if I come to a Wiley show, opening song, what's the first song that Wiley's is
give me
I mean that would be dependent on the venue and the type of event.
Your
we're
last
doing.
fest that you was at.
Nah. Wiley think he tricky, man. Favorite song, Wiley? Don't Trip or Snap? Let's get into it.
Oh well, I mean, Snap would definitely be the one that I'm trying to promote right now for mental health awareness because that is a song. I actually sent this video. I remember like the fucking cadence of this shit, and I was going through a bunch of motherfucking shit. I own my own construction business for a while, and for 8 years, and I was getting pulled in every direction. I had a truck that was breaking down fucking every fucking day, like six to 8 times on the interstate. I'd have to pull over and like unplug my batteries and trying to run a stone business and keeping guys employed. And like the business was doing really, really good until like the music started taking a side seat. And then, you know, then it started taking a little bit more of a front seat. And then it was like, I'm running myself ragged. I'm working 60, 80 hours a week. Being a business owner, wearing all the hats, being a salesman, foreman, trainer, all that shit, you know, and trying to keep good guys. You know, I remember like one day I couldn't get my damn truck started. I lashed out in anger. I slapped the hood of my truck. I put a big dent in it, and I immediately got mad at myself, and I broke down, and you know, I hit my knees and started crying. Man, I didn't know what else to do besides pray, and like I will definitely contribute the last 8 months of my life to God.
Okay.
I gave it up to God, man. I didn't know where else to go. I didn't know where else to turn. I'm like, something's got to change right now. So I sent this video to my boys just fucking around, and I was like, one day I'm going to fucking snap.
Okay.
And when I do, I hope no one's around. Because when I blow, it might take out the whole town. And then like, I was like, oh. All right. Well, the idea behind it's cool. But then I found this new beat and turned and flipped it, and it was like, one day I'm gonna snap and it ain't gonna be pretty. The day that my mind blows might take out the whole city. Yeah. Any day, any day. They'll say that boy right there. Yeah, he going cray.
For sure.
A little bit of cray go a little bit away. Just pity at the end of the day. Ain't nobody tripping when I mentioned that a high percentage of us a little cray, These days, all you gotta say is, man, I'm chilling, really, I'm okay,
Yeah.
And if you wanted somebody to listen then, you probably have to pay, Little bit of money for a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. How can the average American take care when mental awareness don't fit the narrative? They talking like talking's imperative, but the system itself is embarrassing. They caring and caringless. I'm having similar thoughts to a terrorist. I'm about to blow.
Yeah.
They tell me no. Wiley don't go. I tell them, bro, why not? I don't even buckle my seat when I drive down the back roads sometimes. Where do we go when the sun dies? Shit's hope to make it to sunrise. Like, I'm trying to speak.
I ain't mad at you.
Let's go.
Listen, I was for the man. I'm finna go, man. Yeah, where do I go? I don't even know. I just switch clothes.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with no hoes.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Oh.
I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't ever gonna lie. What about you?
You.
And what about you?
You.
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 And you.
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 Them.
You. Them. Not him. No, that's not him though.
Not him.
That joke that I just released, that not him.
But speaking on your music, man, I like your cadence. I like the way that you put the words. I can tell Lil Wayne highly influenced, and not that you're rapping like him, but just your influence in hip hop. And like you went all the way back, and you was naming other rappers and hip hop groups that you was listening to. Snoop Dogg.
I fuck like Jadakiss, fucking like, you know, some
That's
East
all I'm
Coast
gonna tell you.
rappers and shit.
Give me your top 5. Give me your top 5 right now.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, but just give me your top 5.
Yeah. You know people love lists.
Yeah, give me your top 5.
That'd be so crazy to me though, man. Like,
just give me your top 5.
This is how we get people to hate you in the comments.
I don't even want to bust it down like that.
But you gotta bust it down.
But just throw us some artists, man.
All right.
And in no particular order.
All right, I'm gonna say Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Let's go.
Lil Wayne, Mac Miller.
For sure.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
And
Mike.
fifth, fuck. Me?
Vanilla.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, my bad.
Dylan.
Hey, he finna say Vanilla Ice.
Y'all want to give them white artists all day. Fuck it.
What was
What
that one guy's name?
did
It was
say
like
Mac Miller,
it was like name of an ice cream with some sort of flavor of strawberry.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice. Yeah.
So, Wiley, man, Wiley, what's next? What is next?
What's next?
For my friend Wiley, man?
Let me open up the Google
What
calendar.
is next, man? What's next? Musically, spiritually,
Content.
mentally,
Yeah, because
content
you make content too. We'll see.
What's next for Wiley, man? What can we expect, brother?
Man, there's so much that's on my calendar right now. It's hard to keep track of, and that's why I have a good team behind me. I got a good girl behind me that supports me. She acts as our manager for Urju Records. It's a record label that I started 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And brought 3 young, super talented guys together and moved them across the damn nation. You know, one moved from Ohio, one moved from Missouri, and we all moved together to create this group. It's really just us, Urju.
Okay.
And that's the crew. IRJU, that's the motherfucking crew, my dude. 615 is about to drop. That's including A West and Greedy Money. A West is the last winner of the.
Yeah, we know A West.
Hey, shout out to A West.
And Greedy Money.
And
Greedy Money.
And Greedy. Yeah, I think I'm about to leave here and go to a Greedy shoot right down in Nashville. That's immediate. I just dropped 3 songs this month because it was my birthday month in April, so I dropped 3 songs in a 15-day span.
Okay.
Crazy. Like, I was just like, I just got some shit to drop.
Yeah.
I got songs planned out to, let's see, April.
And this is you and your team right here, your record label. This is what you guys do right here. Right now, you're the focal artist.
So we about 6 months out on drops right now. And, shit changes too. Like we might come up with something tomorrow and be like, okay, let's bump this up on the schedule.
Yeah.
But typically, like if we made a banger tomorrow and it was like, yo, this shit about to set the city on fire, blah, blah, blah. Because, every single song you make, you like,
for sure.
This is the one. This is the one.
Yeah.
That's what he used to do.
And then by the time you put it out, 7 months later, you're like, man, I'm tired of this fucking song, man. That shit, man.
That's a fact.
So I would say that to artists too. Like if you got a schedule and you're planning on bumping shit out like we've done, if something comes up that you're real fucking hype on, move that shit. Move that schedule back. Move it up. Move it up. While you're hype on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, we've been cooking, man. Like we got 2 studio setups in my house.
Are you working?
And we record daily. I mean,
that's
now, Wiley, real quick. Now, while you doing all this work, and I know you said earlier you was you had a fiance that wasn't quite fianceing like she should have been. What's going on with you now? You dating? You just smashing?
Oh well, yeah, that's my girl. Yeah,
So you got a girl who's his manager.
Yeah, Lindsay.
She's his manager.
She's my She's I say my and the group's
the
manager.
Group man, yeah.
She's the one that landed us the Twista show. We opened for Twista at the Basement East back in October.
I remember when Twista came.
Yep. Yeah, we were the headline opener for him.
That's dope.
So a singer and then a manager. Oh, you got a style. Okay.
Yeah,
you got a type.
So you got to be
a worker.
Yeah,
you got to be working around this motherfucker.
So
man.
Lindsay don't sing, but she's acting as our manager. So we got King, K9, and Nate Mac. Nate Mac has the voice of an angel. Y'all should check him out.
For sure.
K9 is the mastermind. K9 actually lived in Lebanon. I never would have met this motherfucker had I not gone to a music retreat down in Orlando, Florida, and met him and figured out he lived 40 minutes down the road from me.
Damn.
And K9, I would say he's not the most outward extrovert. You know what I'm saying? He's a little bit more reserved, but the beats that man makes is crazy. He always uses his line. There's good producers. And then there's great producers. Yeah. And then there's like the top of the top producers.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's K9.
I want to ask you this right here before we go. Because I'm listening to you talk about the relationships that you have gained with artists.
Yep.
I'm listening to you traveling, meeting other artists and people. How important is networking for artists?
It's absolutely the most important thing that you can do. I remember, so there's been several talks with like, industry, I would just say industry people that are, higher up that have shown interest in, like maybe purchasing some of our songs or, just interest in production deals, maybe tour deals. Haven't got anything locked in yet, but all those people are like, yeah, we checking in on you. Yeah. Like we see the people that like your comments and who are commenting on your Instagram and shit. And like, they're not just Nashville motherfuckers. They are Ohio, Maryland, California, LA, they're all over the place. And that only happens with doing exactly that. Yeah, networking. Sure. Like you can't, if you got to take a weekend off of work or whatever you got to do, man, like you have to build those connections.
For sure.
Absolutely.
The music industry is so saturated.
It is. It's very crowded right now.
It's so crowded that
it's crowded, but it's still doable. It's still money. I always see reels and people say there's no money in hip hop and things like that, but I think you just keep doing your hard work, keep going, because labels, you got elite people that's already talking to you, who's telling you, yo, bro, we're watching you already. It's just sometimes, because I'm seeing people that say, I saw Big Sean say he met Kanye West and he gave him his number, then Kanye called him a year later.
It may take that.
It may take time.
I mean, it's anything we do, we got to build it from the ground up, man. So I understand if you say, hey, man, right now, or if labels are saying, hey, man, build a fan base.
Yeah.
Go build a fan base. Let's go build a fucking fan base, and then come back to me when you get shit popping.
Well, and that's the thing, though.
I hate it.
A&R's lazy as fuck these days. I'll go ahead and say that right now.
If
you an A&R, the A&Rs used to actually go to shows and try to shows, but
now
they're
just on the phone. Now they on your phone to look. They on your.
How many followers you got?
Wait
a minute, hold on. Let's
see. He don't
dress
right.
Is he doing any kind of numbers? Oh, nope. Well, we like what you're doing, but if you could just have 10,000 followers and at least 1 million streams, then we could help you out.
Absolutely.
It's no more artist development. There's anything like that.
I mean, I get it. I get it.
You already know, man.
Absolutely. Real quick, just let me.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Tell the people, man. This has been dope.
Yo,
best.
This is dope,
best.
Wiley.
Listen, Wiley came in. Wiley showed his ass. He's very confident. This is the man right here.
Wiley, that's your camera right there.
Right there, Wiley.
Man, tell the people how they can get in touch with you, follow your career, support your movement, the whole nine, brother Wiley.
Yo, it's my friend Wiley. All you gotta do is just type in my friend Wiley. You can type in my friend Wiley on Google and it'll pop up some shit. There's only one my friend Wiley, and I'm your friend. And I hope I'm everybody's friend at the end of the fucking day.
For sure.
At the end of the day, look, I'm here to be me.
Tell them.
And I don't really care what you may think. If you have a negative opinion, if you do, then do some soul searching. I mean, try to maybe get some therapy.
Yeah, don't wake up hating.
Because. Man, that's just not gonna lead to any kind of success. You can find me on My Friend Wiley, Instagram, My Friend Wiley, on YouTube, My Friend Wiley, everywhere. It's reallyjustus.com. That is the label. Urju, IRJU. That's the motherfucking crew, my dude.
Look, y'all already know what we do, man.
Shit.
We bring artists here. We love to highlight your journey. We love to highlight the things that you're going on and the sacrifices and the things it took to get you at this point right here.
Absolutely.
My friend Wiley is a huge, huge deal. Making plenty of noise, winning showcases, very talented, very cool, very outgoing. We love this. This is what we do. This is for our city. Anybody that got something like you going on, bro, should be proud, because we most definitely proud of you, man.
Hey, man.
Y'all already know how I'm going to end this, man. I'm going to end it 2 ways, man. Get money, stay true, get money.
And what I always say, man, family, make sure you stay fake, go broke. My bad.
I love that.
My bad, I fucked up.
Make sure your milk bad, you like saggy titties, and your car tire flat in the morning.
Yeah, and don't cook your food. Just eat it.
Listen, family, if nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the very first person to tell you that I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace.